Must be so busy, you don't have time to sleep. Create your own notes. It is to bring that interest in you. Right? I am studying because I am curious. Right? That curiosity should be. I must know. Ask questions. I Google most of the. I am now studying. So each word by word I am looking. So I create a note, asking questions. Then I start reading. What comes to you? What, how, why? What comes to you first? Do you think about why first or how first or what first?
What? For me, think about what?
No. Your father would have thought no. Why should I go to him? Where should I go? What you should? Why should I? I am an MS in psychotherapy. I am a psychologist. I taught economics for MBA students. I don't require a textbook. You tell me that I will teach every subject. And I am a mathematician. Nothing to do with it. Basically, I am a PhD in maths.
So what about you?
Okay. My son is a mathematics, commerce, economics, 12th. After that, he studied in symbiosis economics BS. Then he did a development studies masters. Then he did an international political economy in London. Now he is an assistant professor teaching international politics. So we debate every time we debate so ask questions Morning we open the paper, start. I just talk to him saying that this is the news today. He will say, I am already seen. So he is updated. Every moment he is updated. What happens in Kerala, what happens in India. Though he is staying. You can be a superficial, normal student. But you can also be mark is not a big process. More than 3 lakh students, if you take 2 lakh students are non-engineering. If 1 lakh students, maybe 20,000 will get a job. So 1/5 will get a job. If the rest, only 1 out of 100 will get a job. Chance of getting job. Psychology is useless. You don't get a job. Can you put a board MS psychology and somebody will come to you for counseling? Nobody will come to you.
The specialized training.
You are not supposed to do any counseling and treating. You cannot treat people. I cannot give medicine. No. You have to be an MBBS. So who will go to a psychology person? Only if you are an MBBS plus a psychiatrist.
Clinical psychology.
Clinical psychology is only a practitioner who can counsel. Talk therapy now. I can talk to people. That's what I am. We have biochemistry. We have pharmacology. You don't understand biology, no? Because you have not learned chemistry and biology. So you cannot learn. You don't understand how chemistry works in your body. But that is not good enough, no? Or you go to clinical psychology in some place. Unless you read.
I can't go into clinical psychology because I haven't taken psychology.
That's what I'm saying. They need a little bit of. I have a lot of students who came clinical psychology. They took PhD from Germany. She was science, so I asked her to study clinical psychology. She did masters from Chennai. She called me there because they know I have something to tell extra than what the teachers teach. I have done my law. Not that I have done law. I used to teach law. You get admission in Nelsar, it's okay. Little costly. Or national law, Nelsar.
One of my friends is trying.
Nelsar is one of the best in India.
Hyderabad.
Venugopal. Who is Venugopal? Assume that you said I have interest in cinema. If I ask you who is Amitabh Bachchan, I love Indian cinema, but I don't know Amitabh Bachchan. Is it acceptable?
No, it is not. But law, I recently, this month only, I was like, should I do law?
Who are the famous lawyers? How do the Indian government work? How to become the topmost lawyer? We must look for that. Me and Venugopal was together in many committees. I was the vice president and he was part of the committee, executive member. Look at Venugopal. Barrister. And then my mother's uncle was one of the best advocates of Kerala. And Kolunambia. TP Kolunambia. UK degree is called barrister. So my mother's uncle was a barrister. TP. That's my initial. TP Kolunambia. So all those judges, senior Kannur. So senior judges are all my uncle's student. My grandpa's actually. So that attracted me to learn law.
When did you learn law?
Law I did in 1990s.
Like when? Like what was your age?
I was 27. After my PhD, I joined here. I joined for law. Evening programs. People are not interested. So they come there. So I said, yeah, come. I will teach today. So you tell me which subject you want. Because I already taught law. My roommate was a law student when I was doing PhD. Palakkad, there is an advocate Gauri Shankar. His son was my roommate. After 12th, he came to Bangalore National Law College to study law. So he was from a Malayalam medium. I used to read and teach him, and I have that interest in law. So I started learning. So I learned tort, CRPC, CPC, Constitution. Have you seen the syllabus? See, what you should do is look at syllabus first and see each subject what is there to learn. For history, politics, you have Constitution. You are going to learn that much better. Contract law. All economics what you learned basic will be useful for contract law. So I have learned contract law, which I used for teaching economics in my MBA. I am recording. I am a student of myself. Understood? First quality is that I should record so that I remember. Oh, this is what I told you. Just now I had a meeting. Oh, you said, no, I did not remember. I said, I will send you the notes. Record it, I will send. Always pen, paper, recording, everything should be there. Nelsar, National Law Schools. Not everybody there also will become a winner. Moot court. This is a competition for children, the law students. Like competitions will be there. Like that for law students it is called moot court. And you will get full fellowship, full grant. They do international masters. Pune Law School is one of the best. Bangalore National Law, Calcutta National Law Schools are many. Calcutta is one of the preferred. You know who is V.R. Krishna here? Verdict used to be the added in the rule book. Such a stalwart. I met him. Jatmalni, I met him. Ram Jatmalni. Keep asking yourself so much. Who is the great person? Don't think, you are only a +2 student. At your level, I was zero. Nothing I know. But then I had the spark. I must learn. So I started. So there is lot of scope. Even now you should study. Now
Even I know everything feels more interesting than studying nowadays.
No, it's okay. I have interest in everything. What is that you are interested in? Tell me. Other than study. I love movies. I finished all the movies.
Wow.
I make short films.
Wow, you're amazing. You have done everything.
This was done during the...
Can I ask what that is?
Which one?
I was looking at it. That one?
My son is a good photographer.
What is he?
It's a tribal sort of a village in the northeast where he was playing. Write down different topics. Law, economics. Right? Write down many people. If you know people, you know things.
Role model.
Yeah, they are all stalwarts. You don't have to take them as role model. Right? Write down few names. That means you looked at them. Little bit read about them. Black and white. There is a blog. And that blog I started in 2002. It took 8 years to mature into a film society in Oman. They invited Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, Rasul Pukutti, Dr. Shashikumar. 4 people went for that from India. So I was one of them. A Major Ravi also. So 5 people. Major Ravi, Rasul Pukutti, Sanjay Dutt, Amitabh Bachchan, DrTPS. Black and white is a blog. I will send you the link. Okay, you remember that. Black and white, DrTPS.
Doctor?
DR without gap. DrTPS. Teachers, parents, students. TPS. DrTPS, film, musket. Adichalam madi. You will get my blog. You can see me along with those people. Okay. So, write down the names of people. Write down technical terms. Understand expansion for that. Write a definition. Create a book for you as a reference. It will become quick and then you will get engaged. You will find, exploring so much of knowledge,
I do that sometimes. I find one topic, but then my curiosity dies down very fast once I get to know something.
You should jump from one topic to another topic, keep thinking, keep discussing, learn something.
Like for the subject also, like what I want to pursue. Like few months ago I was like, journalism sounds good.
No, it is all good. What you should do is, now entrance exam of law you should write.
But I am not prepared.
No, prepare now. Whether you get it, you join it is a different matter. But that preparation will give you a confidence. Oh, I know this. Correct? And that will also help you. Assume that you are learning a little bit of contract. That will help you in economics or whatever economics learned you are brushing. So you want an economics BSc Economics, that also will entrance examination. Today, best institutes everywhere entrance exam. Because you are confused, you should prepare one best institutes, not only entrance exam. Why am I asking you like this? Group discussion is also there. They will not select people just like that. So in the group discussion, it will be like this. The way I am asking. Correct? So once you are thorough, you know how to.
Confidence.
Confidence.
But then.
Figures and facts. What you should have with you is figures and facts. Then you have. That is what they will look at, not a blah blah blah. Many people think that no, I can speak more, I will become. No. I am talking in terms of names. I can talk in terms of numbers. Right? When it happened. I will also not agree sometime. See, I have to give a lecture. The topic I gave just like that. 3 months back. But now, I don't even have a book. This I bought it yesterday. Yesterday, day before yesterday, 2 days. First volume came day before yesterday, this came yesterday. So, I am reading it. But I don't agree with what this man says. I find more mistakes, I say I don't agree with this. No, it's not correct. Because I can also write a book like this. So I know that it's not correct. But still I will read that.
It's a perspective.
It's a perspective of not author, it's a collection of essays from different authors. So it's not that man is famous. He has done only an editing job. So each author will have a different view. So if I was asked to write, I will not write like that. I will write something different.
Can I ask something?
No, wrong. Shall I?
Shall I ask?
It's a wrong English. You got it? It's a normally used one. Can I ask? Can I ask means do you have the ability to ask? Shall is the permission.
I was wondering, after 12th, what did you do?
See, I was very strong. I wanted to do mathematics. Not because I was good in mathematics. My brother was my guardian. I lost my father when I was 4 years old. While we were crossing a small stream in flood. Me, my sister and my father. Both of them died, I only escaped. I was 4 years. So only one thing which I know is what he is teaching. I don't know swimming. Even now I have that phobia.
Okay.
I tried, even after MSc I tried learning swimming.
Water?
I can't.
About water?
Anything else I can do. Swimming I tried, even after MSc I tried. My kids, I took them to country club for swimming classes. But that time also I thought I will learn. Because you told that you cannot study maths. Because I was only a second class in 12th. I am only a second class in 10th. I was thrown out of in school being the worst student.
What is second class?
50%. Less than 50 to 60%. 54, 55% if you get, it's called second class. That time there is no A plus and all. Above 60 is called first class. Above 75 called is distinction. There is only 3-4 categories. Less than 50, third class. So either fail or third class or second class or first class above 60% or distinction. So I was always a second class student. Just pass. So it was just challenging that I am going to learn mathematics. So sometimes you think, I am going to do this, that challenge should come from internally. And that spirit is there, you can learn.
What changed for you?
I became how to learn. No teachers were good. So I decided, I was very bad in English. So how do I learn English? I am from a Malayalam medium, not like you in an English medium. So how did I learn English? Up to 12th I was bad. That means pre-degree. So degree first year, I have Macbeth to study. I don't even know English. Nothing can be
That is
read.
more complicated than normal.
So what did I do? I took a dictionary. I took Macbeth, translated the whole Macbeth into Malayalam. Before going to the class, I know by heart. I used to sit in the class. I used to listen to teachers. When reading there is a mistake, I'll tell. Small mistake. And imagine a student sitting like that. I have translated the whole thing now. So how much effort I have to take, you imagine that? Each word by word I should look. Dictionary also you don't get the whole meaning. So when I was doing psychotherapy, I don't know biology. So I first purchased a nurse's dictionary. Normal dictionary will not have all the ampicillin meaning will not be there. So I took a nurse's dictionary, started learning from there. Invest a lot of time.
I feel this learning is a habit, right?
Enjoy.
I am not able to.
Enjoy. You cannot do it alone. You need to have one or two good company. If company is not there, I also did not have, but I created my company. Like failures were there. Who doesn't understand? Who don't learn? We used to make. So what I used to do is, I know that I am not good in maths also. So as soon as the teacher leaves the class, I will go to the board and then say, what the teacher taught, I am going to teach you. If you want to sit and learn. So I started teaching my own classmates. K.C. Venugopal was my classmate. So even Venugopal want a motivation class in Alappuzha, he used to call me. My own classmates, still, recently also, I have sent plenty of books to one of my friend whose daughter wanted a book from America, which is not available in India. So I asked one of my students to get it from America. I have sent it from here. Right. So they still believe, oh, if you ask DrTPS, definitely I will get it. You will find somebody. Who are my classmates, how many years back? 30, 35, 40 years back. Still have that contact. The trust also. Because I was a good student from that time. So decide from today from now I am going to learn, ask question by yourself. You take the first book there. I don't have copies printed. Makers of India. So you will see lot of names.
This is your.
Yeah, I only wrote. These are all my books.
You.
And my student. One assignment was given. Identify 100 names or 10 names in each field. So I made a book like that. These are all assignments. I will write a book with you very soon. If you become my student, done. I create books with you. Another book is also that. Civil Service Prelims and book, maybe that. No. These are all character essays for my students. Civil Service Prelims and book. Like what I am telling you now, all recorded, right? My student used to record, write note, make a note and then give it to me. This is what you taught me today. So now you are not doing. But next 2-3 meetings, I will demand. If you don't do, don't come to me next time. So I am a very tough master. So what I do is, first very cool, nice. After that, I will see that you do my assignments. You know? So today what happens, if I don't read also, my students will read for me and then give me inputs. So my knowledge is not my knowledge. I have got a lot of good students who gives me a lot of inputs. So these are all the methods in which civil service is to be achieved. I gave the classes. I used to have Malkajgiri, I have a house with full of books. Here I don't have. Full civil service books are there. Law full books will be there. Every subject I will have plenty of books there. All these books you can download. It's all there. I don't have printed copies. You can download all of them. Join for BSc Chemistry. But they have to extra learn maths. So they used to come to me. So Suma was my student. When I was doing BSc, graduation first year, Suma was my student. Not Suma, Suma's Murugesh and her cousin, all that. Murugesh is a professor in Singapore now. Suma became a chemistry teacher. No single student will become less than 75%. That's our guarantee. The worst student will be above 75%. Have you seen any teacher? She was an army school teacher. She guarantees her students will get 75%. Can I keep saying those days? I will make my students to get. I will get you 100%. Damn proud.
Actually,
I haven't experienced teachers like that. Most of our teachers are mostly after syllabus completion.
No. See, I am a I was director for academic staff college. Academic staff college is where teachers will get trained. So I was a UGC academic staff college director. So I taught my own teachers. They have to get promotion, they should come to me. You can imagine teaching my own teachers, they are sitting in my class and then I am certifying, Right? I must have taught more than 1 million teachers in this world. No exaggeration, it will be more than that. All Gulf principals are my students. I keep saying all the teachers are like that. They want to finish syllabus. But that is their job. Correct? Exceptionally brilliant children should start going deeper and deeper, understand. Otherwise, everybody cannot join in law schools, right? Everybody cannot become IAS. We have more than 5,000 vacancies, but still we will recruit only 70. Don't you think that 5,000 can be filled in a year? Then we are diluting the merit. We are not getting. 15 lakhs people will enter for exam. Only we select less than 100 in IAS. Who is the topmost IAS person in India? I am not asking the name, designation. In a state, who is the topmost civil servant? Asking you politics, civics, administration is part of your job. Correct? Chief Secretary. Okay. Under Chief Secretary, every department secretaries will be there. So next, Home Secretary. Like Chief Minister, Home Minister. So Chief Minister's office is actually the Chief Secretary is making all the notes for Chief Minister to sign. In central government, not union government. Central government word itself is wrong. Union government. Central means there is a center. Union means all states are put together.
Oh, right.
So India is a union government. But the central government is commonly used. I am only looking at your face when I am saying central government. No reaction. So I immediately will change and expect this question from you. If you have that, that's why I am guaranteeing you will get 100%. Some students, even if I correct, I don't care whether he uses central or union. I love you because of that. That question is there in you, That means the spark of learning is there. So, in union government, the top is called Cabinet Secretary. So, my job was Cabinet Secretary to Deputy Director.
Like who looks like the cabinet as in the
Cabinet is the Prime Minister's cabinet. Their secretary is actually Cabinet Secretary. He is an IAS. So every IAS should aim, I should become Cabinet Secretary. That's the topmost. In the administration, Cabinet Secretary is the topmost.
like administration.
Administration, the whole India. Like a Supreme Court Chief Justice is the judiciary. IAS, that is my dream. I am not an IAS, but I could become Deputy Director there.
Like you said, you were the Chief Secretary.
I was Deputy Director and Cabinet Secretary. Maybe first non-IAS, non-IPS, non-military.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
You're
non-military
an
to
IAS.
become there is me.
How is that possible?
Because I
Isn't-
taught a lot of people from the department.
But isn't that like an official like you have to do this in order to become?
See, all these are waiverable. Prime Minister can decide. So
Exception.
my file went to Prime Minister, he picked me up.
So
After that, before that also nobody became a Deputy Director.
Sorry, but I didn't ask it full name.
DrTPS.
Dr. TPS.
Teachers, parents.
Teachers, parents, students.
That ಇದನ್ನ writes TP.
Shashi Kumar.
Why no?
TPS is also top of police service. I got my passport today only. Extension. My name is Tavrul Pudiyadatta. That is why it became. Tavrul is a small village in Kannur. Tavrul, that's a small village. Pudiya Edam. Edathil means Brahmins.
Brahmins.
So Pudiya Edathil,
New.
new Brahmin's house in that village was my grandmother. So my grandmother was a Brahmin. So she married to a Nambiar. My grandfather was a landlord. He had 5 lakh acres of land. So all that place around Naduvil, Vallad, Alakkod, all that area was my grandfather's. That's why a Brahmin Stree married to one of the rich Nambiar. So I became a Nambiar. But I studied all the Tantra Shastras, doing puja, all that I studied. I am a student of one of the greatest priests of Kerala.
Are you interested in the history of zamindars at that time?
Yeah. Definitely we read. History means we have to read that only, right?
There's an ancient history, medieval history. Then.
Yeah. I read almost every bit of it.
We were recently being taught.
What I did was earlier I used to make a line and then start drawing AD, BC and start putting my own, paste a lot of extra paper there, create like a folder. Then I put all that information into an Excel sheet. Now the whole history is a big Excel sheet where in India when this happens, in Kerala what happened, in UK what happened, in America what happened. So I know the whole world history in one Excel sheet. So I created my own Excel sheet. When I teach civil service, don't you think I need to know all this?
How did you get that idea? Did something inspire? Because I don't see myself doing that.
You take that book, that black one. Yeah, come here. See, this is my notebook, probably very, very long, old one. You can see what do I do. These are my old notebooks. See here. I have drawn one line. Correct? And started writing. Chattambi Swami, which year he took birth? Which year he died? Got it? So this is how I started making my notes. Then when I study about each person, when I do that, I found that it needs to be put into one single sheet. So for most of my studies, I write notes like this.
I find it very difficult to write notes.
No.
Maybe I'm just lazy.
No, without writing, now I am recording it because what I know is what I am saying. But even now when I read, what do?
You write.
I make a PowerPoint or I may start writing notes and then keep it. That green one, see here what I have done. So learning everything about anything about anybody. Draw the line. 1863, right? 1884. Swami Vivekananda. Which year he took birth? And how do I remember this? He is 101 years elder than me. My birth is 1964. So I relate. Understood?
Do you retain all these information? You learn it, but then I forget it.
That is why when I had given probably lot of talks on Swami Vivekananda. So what do? Those days I used to keep it here and then speak about it. This graph is good enough. Or I may write in a small chit and then take it. So 3 times, 4 times when you speak like that, it becomes by heart for you. That's why I said alone studying is difficult. You should have somebody who will discuss with you, who has some similar interest. So what do? Create a small group and then say, we decide that we are going to write all the competitive exams. We will study from today. Identify, some may have interest in history, somebody will have interest in economics. Identify different people with a different interest and speak to them. When somebody comes for film discussion, I will only discuss film with him. Day for yesterday, somebody was with me. We had long discussion, 3 hours, 4 hours. He wanted to start a political party in Odisha. He says, IAS retired. 2003 he retired. He was here full time to learn politics, what to do, what are the strategies to be followed. So I'm a political strategist. How to win an election. Understood?
You've got so many jobs.
No, I love it. So when somebody comes in films, I will speak to him on films. When somebody comes with music, I will talk to him about the music. Because we learn. See, assume that you meet the Prime Minister. What do you speak to him for 20 minutes? Some stuff has to be there, right? You cannot ask him what is your name.
Right.
Casual discussion is not possible, na?
Right.
Film person comes, you should talk to him. I met S. Janaki. I was traveling with Tilagan. So if I don't see Tilagan's movie, how do I speak to him? Got it? So we should have sufficient knowledge about different things parallel. That will come only when you analyze, make notes. See, I cannot just show you. If I wanted to create to show, it's not like this, right? When I was writing, I never thought I will be able to show this to you. Correct? When it became so matured, I made a book. But I found this book is not useful for many people. This is Indian heritage. All that metallurgy, Bhagavad Gita, when I learned, I started writing like this, different slokas. Then I had a Bhagavad Gita book, I started marking it there. So you should have that interest of creating so many notes. If you don't write, that means you are lazy. Don't think you can. Why I am saying this? You wanted to become an LLB. One of the toughest job in this world is lawyer. Every day you have to read. Have you seen lawyer's house? Full of books.
Never met a lawyer.
Yeah, you have to go and see. Their books will be big volumes. What happened in Allahabad High Court in 1961 to 1970? One volume will be there. When you get a case, how do I argue in the court?
That is Indira Gandhi's case, no?
No, any case,
I was
anywhere.
wondering.
I am giving an example.
Okay.
Suppose I get a case, immediately I should say, Allahabad, so and so year, so and so case happened, court has given this verdict, I plead. This case is exactly same, you give the same verdict. So I must refer all these books and then keep refer. Your brain retain it, and then now software is available, everything is digital, but still who is the winner? Who can refer this fast and then? So your brain has to be very good. Hello. I am a multimedia expert.
You've done everything.
All my video I only edit and put it on YouTube. Not just doing it. I learned from Jawaharlal Nehru University. 1 month program. 2005 multimedia. There is a center for EMMRC, Educational Multimedia Research Center. So they do all this video editing, putting together and all that. I learned. That's how I got interested into movies. Movie is multimedia, no? So decide that. See, your sister needs a lot of patience, no? Drawing is not that simple. You have to invest a lot of time, a lot of patience. So you decide where do you want to invest your full time. Patience. Don't say no, I don't write, I don't read. Decide that every week I am going to create a notebook. When I was doing my MSc Mathematics, I used to go to Madhrubhumi, Manorama paper printing place where the cut sheet waste will be there. They will sell it for 5 rupees kg. So I used to write by 20 kg 100 rupees. I will finish in a month time. You can imagine how much I should write. No? Do you finish 20 kg paper in a month?
I can't.
Yeah. That patience should be there. Decide that from today you are going to create what? See, my student who comes and stays with me will draw like this and send it to me. This is my house in Kerala. So one of my student who stayed with me, she was a civil engineer. So she was a student of civil engineer. I took her to Kannur Airport. Kannur Airport inauguration did not happen. So I took her to Kannur Airport to show how airport is built by engineers.
I also feel like what you're saying, you seem to have practical knowledge of things. I
That's
feel
all.
like everything I've done till now is just theory.
It's 100% like that only, even if you do a master's program in a college. But you should have that interest to go and explore yourself. Schools are not going. Even a BTech electrical comes to me. I used to tell a lot of engineering students. I will give them a screwdriver and say, open the switch box. Yeah, screw is not there now. I said, you do it, whatever you want. Open it.
But
They said, screw is not there. You see, how do I open where there is no screw? I said, it's your job. Find out. The job is to open it. So they used to spoil. I said, don't worry, spoil it. I will replace it. That's how I give practical experience.
you might be open-minded, but my family and my parents will have restrictions.
Don't worry,
What I
we will do what we want. We give him a bill at the end of the month. Come to me. I used to ask my children immediately when they come, civil service, IAS. He said, go and make chai for me. Hey, I never made. I said, I will teach you how to do it. Come. So you can see cooking videos also in my YouTube. Biryani I will make. I will decide one day we are going to make aloo paratha. I will tell my students, go and take my wallet, make the list, what you want, go and buy. Learn how to buy. If you are not done, do it now. Practical experience, that's what is to be required.
That also. I feel like I've been sheltered. Like,
When do they get confidence in you? See, why did I send my son when he got in Pune? I could have gone. So I could have sent somebody. I said, go. Hostel is not. You find your hostel. First day, 20,000 rupees somebody has stolen from me. I said, don't worry. Now you go and meet this person, he will pay you 20,000 rupees. That time this bank transfer, nothing was there. Not that I don't have somebody, I could have told you go and meet him. No, instead of that I said, you hunt. He gave advance to somebody that money was lost. Learning is, this is how you learn, right? What happened until now you forget. Correct? But you should decide, oh, things are not that as simple as, oh, I can eat and sleep. Be a student 100%. Then confusion can continue. That is why I am saying, don't decide you are going to do law. Don't decide you are going to do economics. Write entrance exam for all possible things in humanities. Got it? You should tell, I got admission in law. I should get admission in the symbiosis for economics. I got admission for political science in Christ College. So many. I have a lot of students who have gone and studied in commerce in Lady Sri Ram College. From where? Remote village from Kottayam. Only difference, they attended my camp for 10 days. I found you are good. I told immediately their parents. How can I say that you can go to LSM? Only when you write philosophy, psychology, if you are reading, you should go to LSM. Lady Sri Ram doesn't have only commerce. They also have. The mingle is the best students in India only will get admission there. So who will be your classmates?
the best.
The best who are aspiring to become IAS, the best who are aspiring to become CA, chartered accountant. Got it?
Right.
So you have a good company of such people. Now I am telling you to find out some 3-4 people, you will find it difficult. But there it's not difficult.
Right.
Understood? So how did I give a lecture in Lady Sri Ram College? Because my students are there. Yesterday I met somebody. Who was that? Yesterday I was in a conference. So I met somebody and then he said, yeah, he's a professor there or his daughter is there in Aravindo College. Yeah, I gave a lecture in Aravindo last year, I said, in Delhi.
What about
So how did, yeah, I have some students there. So tomorrow when you go to some college, you will remember me, no?
it?
Definitely. You will call me. That's why I am being called. I am not advertised for lectures. I am not paid for lectures. I am not asking money for lectures. I am a retired person. So what is my time pass now? Educating people, making you something great is my ambition. Okay. So you are ready to do job. I am 100% there with you. Good enough?
Right.
What else you require? Decide that I am going to study. And anything you wanted to tell, I am there. You are not able to understand this chapter. Open the book and then ask me. I will teach you that. That's a guarantee.
It's not that.
If you look at YouTube, you will see how to read a newspaper, my class. Have you seen anybody teaching how to read newspaper?
Like,
So what do? I will tell you. You go to the 5th page, world news, read one news, make a brief from that and then send it to me. Then I know, oh, you know how to read newspaper. If that brief is not good, I will ask them to come to me. I will open that news. I don't know which news, so I will tell, send me a copy of it and then I will read. Oh, you are not correct. If while reading, you should have all these questions coming to you.
but like no one taught me how to do it. So how would I?
Yeah, I will tell you now. Today, the main news in any newspaper, one of the international news. I am not looking at national news. I want international news. International news is. Guess what could be the international news? I have not seen newspaper today, but I can guess what is the main international news. One is
Ukraine got
Russia.
blast.
No, not Ukraine.
There was a blast somewhere. No. In NATO का blast कहीं
Yeah, which
पोलैंड
country?
में हुआ था.
Wonderful. What else is required? Who will have this? Not many people know this. Do you think your 12th class classmates know this?
I'm not sure. They are also very nice.
Yeah.
11th is
So you are exceptionally brilliant, beta.
Sir, 11th.
Yeah, you are exceptionally brilliant. Understood? You are exceptionally brilliant.
Thank you.
So don't. See, I will tell you, if I ask this question to most of the graduates, political science also, they may not know. So why do you think that you don't have interest? I am not doing. What you should do is every day decide, because this is what will come in the group discussion. Correct? Then you should remember on 16th November, facts and figures came there, na?
Right.
You understood?
Right.
16th November, the news was like this only. You should tell.
That
That's how
day
the
I
argument.
went to the RBI. That day I saw the news.
Yeah, but it happened on 15th.
Okay, it happened
earlier.
on 15, but yeah.
Yeah,
right.
you remember like that. 15th there was a bomb blast. What is that? You will be asked to argue for Russia or against Russia. Other fellow will be for Ukraine. They will look at what are you arguing. They will say Russia has not done good. Russia. Nobody will give you marks. When you say that on 15th November 2022, Poland and which collaboration countries, what is US role in playing? They will say US can interfere, but what is that connecting US with Poland? What is that? NATO. If you don't use that word NATO, you will not get mark. That's how we evaluate. Understood? So if you know NATO, how do you know this NATO? In your syllabus it is not there. You have read it in the newspaper.
Syllabus is also there. But I've read in the newspaper also before that. So syllabus I can identify that I know this.
There is a use for that. Okay. So do this thoroughly from today. Make beautiful notes.
Note making is a big problem.
You have to. No other go.
I don't know how to do it.
No, you take that small green wala.
Sorry. Notes.
See? These are all like that. Whenever I read immediately, I'll write. The other day I was there in a college, Karimnagar, to give a lecture. Before that, somebody was giving lecture. I made a note. Whatever he is speaking, I am writing. Somebody was thinking, he came for a lecture, he is making. Immediately, I don't agree with what he said. So I don't agree. Previous speaker spoke like this, I don't agree with that. Everything is written down. So you should write.
Do you refer back to your notes?
Yeah, I refer back and then keep this always. So I keep writing like this. Got it? Whenever I listen to lecture, I make a note. When I read something, I make a note. What do I do when today I may not, if I am making a PowerPoint, I may not write it by pen. But what I do is, scan it and send it to me so you can see. I will send it to myself. That's for myself. So what do I do? From the book extract, I will send it. Then refer back to wiki. Keep that reference there. So I have a book and mobile with me. I can make notes. And this I will read it further later. Got it? So if there is no internet also, which I can do same way. I keep on making notes. You can see one Sunday, one Saturday. Every time making notes is most essential.
Do you think I can learn it from online? Like reading a big report.
At your level, now you should start writing. When you have a one paragraph, reading that paragraph, you can write one line.
Let's saturate all that and write one line.
Brief. Pressy writing, your English have got a pressy writing. That means you are making a brief out of whatever you read.
I find it very difficult.
It is not difficult. You look at that is what you should do when reading a newspaper. You know that the whole news, 3 column. You can write 2 sentences. That's a crux.
How do I do
Practice every day.
Because in history
See.
also, I have a paragraph and I write the whole paragraph. I'll memorize it till 3 hours for one paragraph. That is very time.
Now what
waste.
you do that I know. What you do is now write the name of the person, the year, and the place where it happened. 3 things only has to be done. History is year, where,
And
who did it, when it happened.
Right.
So 3 things if you write, you must be able to expand it by yourself. So if you know how to write a pressy, you know how to expand it also. You have been doing it now for long.
Right.
So create that crux, that is called a technical terms, even in chemistry. One paragraph is there. One paragraph, 2 technical terms. That's what I asked. Economics also is like that. Economics, when you know the 2 technical terms, 3 technical terms, you know this is what is written in the paragraph. Close the book and start. There is a blog called 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. How to prepare for exams. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. Easy study and exams. DrTPS. So if you go there, you will see 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. So what do I teach there? How do you make your exam so simple? How do you prepare for exams? On YouTube also there may be a few schools in which when I give class they ask such questions, so I must have explained it. Yeah. YouTube also you can see. Youth, study, exam, career. Right? Okay. 30 points to students and 20 points to parents and teachers. So I'm sure it's not difficult because in your subject not much of logic.
Lots of theory, memory.
Yeah. So how do you remember if you don't write? Writing is must for memorizing. But I'm also...
He focuses more on other kids than us.
Yeah, that will happen. Everything
But
will.
still, till 12th, I wanted something else to do.
What is
Other
that
than
now
studies,
you
I
want?
don't have anything.
Now what you want?
Now I don't have time only after 12th.
Finish 12th. After that, get into the best institution. Do you think somebody will have every moment watching you? What is that you are doing after that?
No, not really.
Finished. Your restriction of parents and all is up to 12th only now. Now at this moment I will not be able to suggest you, Nelsar is good, go there, and only aim for that. You don't get what will happen. You will go to a 3rd class law college. You will become another useless. Instead of that, select the best. So first thing is to get into the best college. For this, you need to have a good merit, start preparing, I told my son also wrote. When I was in Delhi only, he came to Delhi for writing exams. He didn't get. Most of the colleges he didn't get. Some worst college he got. I said no, it doesn't work. So he joined in Ramakrishna. Bharati Vidyaban college is there, no? Same
Bhavans.
campus.
Bhavans.
He joined
Bhavans.
for honors BCom. Then symbiosis was starting BSc economics. Then I told him jump. So he came to
So he's doing relatively well now.
see relatively well. I'll tell you, if you do BTech, why people go for BTech immediately? Any average fellow will also get a job. Some job or other you will get. He has to be the best. So he did one master's, Tata School of Social Sciences. After BSc Economics, he did a Tata School of Social Sciences master's. Then he worked for 1 year in the villages in Andhra Pradesh. Green, Digital Green. That's a company, NGO, where they learn the agricultural practices in one village, translate that document into Hindi so that whether that can be applied in some other part of India. That's an NGO do. So he was a document writer for that. He loved traveling. He loved photography. So that photo is also his. Those photos are all taken by him. Okay. So he takes Melil. So his interest is photography, traveling, competitions and all that. So after that, he worked, then he decided, no, this is not my field, I want to learn politics. So from economics he shifted to development studies he shifted to politics. So he went to Imperial College London, King's College London,
King's College,
one of the best in the world. So he is a master's from that. London. Okay, so he went there and did his masters. After that, he went to Ireland for a PhD. He finished 2 masters, PhD also. Now 1 year job only he got. After 1 year, what will happen, we don't know. Rare chance to beat some elders like this. Mosquito is one of the reason.
I did.
Oh, good. So I should keep you aside.
Mosquito catch it.
Okay.
Yes.
So no guarantee he will get a job. He got 1 year. He got a postdoctorate. So there in most of the Western country, if you are my student, I love you. You are good for me. You are contributing. I can take you in as my student. I can give you postdoc fellowship. I can give you job. It's not like competition in India. So my second son, he did. That's the second son. The first one is on the other side.
Left side.
Yeah. The other one is who is sitting beside me, elder one. Sitting beside my wife is younger one. So he finished his BTech from a college where I was a professor of management. He joined for BTech, I joined for as a professor, same day. Okay. He also did not get into IIT or NIT or great institutions. So one third-rate college, Aurora. So I know the principal, so I told him I want a seat. He said, yeah, he can join. But then after BTech, he went to Imperial College for masters.
That is out of India.
London.
London.
So soon after masters, he went for PhD. Soon after PhD, he got into American government as a job. So younger one easier to get a job because he is from science and engineering. Elder one, social science is tough. So that's what I'm saying. But assume that you are okay. He can get easily a job in any of the news media. He's very good in that. He is running a magazine called Ala. Ala. A-L-A. Ala. Malayalam.
Allah.
He never learned Malayalam in class because he was grown up here, right? But then he started preparing and he started learning Malayalam. He went to Kerala for ground survey, went to libraries and sat there. So he is running a magazine by himself, which is called ALA, A-L-A. So, exceptionally you are good, you get into some best institutions, yes, there is a chance. Now he has written a book. His PhD thesis became a book and that is being sold by Amazon also. Not everybody will have that caliber, right?
Shall I ask
ALA.
you something?
ALA.
ALA, ALA.
ALA.
Shall I ask you something?
Oh,
So, maybe he did not get into the best college, and so, like, would his life have been that different if he got into
we
that?
cannot predict. Not because I
people-
studied in the best college, I became like this. I am not from Indian Institute of Science, I am not from IIT. I am from a Bangalore University PhD.
So,
What I did was, I must have applied many jobs, keep on trying, don't get disheartened. If somebody is not taking you for a job, that doesn't mean you are not good. I have not proved that I am going to be useful for him. Suppose he is running a company or an institution. Do you think I can get any job I want today? No. Every job is not open for me, right? I am good for something. If I am able to convince him I am useful for him, he will appoint me. So it is not that I am bad.
people skills also.
Yeah, see, I must be able to prove that I am useful for somebody. Then he will pick me up. He will pay me. Otherwise, why somebody should pay me? Even in government, it's like that, right? Suppose I am interviewing somebody to get a job. I must feel that your job is going to help me to improve my biodata.
So
I have
don't
some
they
post.
just
Huh?
don't they just look at your degree or your merit?
No, never. The
Isn't-
interviewer may be a failure sometime. There are 4 people, I must have selected somebody who is useless also. Some failures happen, but always I must have recruited hundreds in this office. I was also in the same office. Where she was working, I was there in the same office. When I recruit, I look at people, how he is going to give me some useful work.
Even though they have less merit than some
Yeah.
of us.
I remember when we had I was a recruitment head here sometime. 2,000 people will apply for 3 posts. Earlier what was done was all above 90 cut so that we get only 100. When I was there, I said no. I am going to select from each university 3 fellows. So Kerala has given 70% only. So I selected 3 people from Kerala, 70% marks. Usmania University, above 90 there were 120. I selected only 3. Interview came, all the questions came, selection committee decided only one of the Kerala fellow who got was 70. Not everybody has to do. Some people will take extra effort. If you want to cut above 100, you have to only tell a clerk, no?
Okay.
Correct. If I have to make this change, I must be very careful. Private companies, they don't look at your merit at all.
Private companies.
They will look at whether you are
Be
qualified
an asset to
yeah.
that.
Number 1. Abroad masters, your admission is not based on the marks which you get.
Interview and
SOP, statement of purpose.
what is it?
Yeah, statement of purpose is now you have to tell why you want to do law. Number 1. Second one, why do you want to do law in Nelson? 2 reasons if I can tell. See, why do you want to come to me? Understood?
Because I need guidance.
That guidance you can go to 100 places.
Right.
For what guidance you came here, whether coming here, the selection you had different options, I selected you because, these reasons, you are good. So when I am going to study in Nelson, there are many colleges who can give LLB. Why did I select Nelson?
Because
Statement of purpose. That's what it is. So, how do they select people? Based on 1 page you must write statement of purpose.
is that like a personal reason? Like
It can be personal, it can be, I know this university is fantastic doing this, that. My interest is exactly fitting. All that is fine. Why do you go for a movie? There is a reason. If somebody asks you, I select this movie to 7 movies are available. Out of which one movie I am selecting. Why am I selecting it? You have a reason. I love Amitabh Bachchan because Amitabh Bachchan acted in so and so movie. I know him, and this is the story writer. I know him.
Because
this is the.
it got some award.
I am not worried about whether somebody gave an award. I may not even see an award movie at all.
But for somebody it may matter.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. For somebody, I have to specifically write my reason, and they may ask you justify this. In Hyderabad, there are people who will write that one page. For that, they will take 50,000 rupees also.
Like hire someone to write that.
But then they will fail in interview. Understood? Fake is there everywhere. And they will ask, this is how they will ask, you should answer. Then you may get in one place, but another place also you have to do the same job, right? So entrance admissions is very, very competitive. So why I am asking you to write in many places, and then by the time your merit will become double. If you only decide this, LLB I want. And also if I don't get, I will pay money. I will write Andhra Pradesh law entrance exam. Everybody will pass. There is an entrance exam for Andhra Pradesh law also. But that if you pass, you will join in some college where college itself may close after some time.
I don't know.
So get into the best institute. Prepare for all that. Whether he will send you to Delhi, first statement what he said is, even I will sell everything and then.
But I won't agree with that.
No, nothing wrong. See, when I want to educate my kids in London, no fellowship. Stay itself is 50,000 rupees per month. Okay, fees will be average of 2 years, 50,000 per month or 1 year. So it will cost nearly 1 crore.
But what I've seen is abroad, people when they go abroad, they start paying their own school fees and like work.
Some places.
The culture is different.
No, America, after 12th, the parents are supposed to send you out, and then to get into the house, you should take permission.
Right.
But you have to make your own earning and then study. America, some colleges, they will not allow children to work outside. Canada will allow you to work out. UK, minimum permitted. So, my wife's sister's son is in UK. I was talking to the company who is running a garden. Just last month only he went. So, just before you came, I was in the meeting. I had sent a message to him. See. Read louder.
Are you okay to teach online more for young students and get paid in UK, London? Schedule as you think and is okay with you on the digital app. If so, talk to my friend Malayali Prakash for the Jyoti classes. That sounds great. Velacha? Okay. Could you give the contact? I'll get in touch.
Just no, not today. What time? 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
I had a meeting, so I can offer job to him part time. So he is my wife's sister's son. He is studying
Like
finished
tutoring?
chemistry. Yeah, like a tutor in out. So he can earn money. So many people do such. My son was also doing, but that will not be good enough to survive. Some extra, support, because your hair trimming itself is 25 pounds.
Cost of living also.
Cost of living is very high. So small support, some little job they do. Even in India, one of the best institute, if you want to go, it's costly. It's not that simple.
The hostel fees is more than the. But what I've seen is, if I apply for many institutes, like I apply for DU, that's where I want to go. But the competition is so much. It's
DU
hard
is
to
not
get
one college.
in.
Under one application, 100 colleges you can
Exactly, the top colleges in DU. And other like Loyola, Chennai, Christ, Bangalore.
But
etc.
these are not under direct. Lady Sri Ram and all is separate autonomous.
And they are not under DU.
They are under DU, autonomous, so they decide their entry. Entrance exam, interview, group discussion, all that they will decide.
But entrance is
Entrance,
CU.
entrance DU is common for many. I don't know whether. See, now there is a lot of change in the last 1 year because government decided to make many universities
Common entrance.
common and many universities also, but not all the private universities have common entrance.
Like the
I
ones
was a
I'm
professor
looking
in
for.
KLU.
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 The law university.
No, there is a KL University,
KL university. I've not heard of it.
in one private university.
Okay.
Delhi.
No, here, Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay.
Their headquarters is in Guntur, Vijayawada. So I was teaching there during COVID also. I was a mathematics professor there. But I never went there. I was teaching online.
Online.
I was teaching MBA, BBA, MBA, BTech, all of them. What I was teaching was campus to corporate. The subject was campus to corporate. So what do I teach? Basic mathematics. Again, if you want to get a corporate job, you should know a little bit of mathematics, English comprehension, logical reasoning, analytical skill, all that you should know. So even if you do graduation from any colleges, parallelly you should prepare for all this to get a job. So have a full bent for learning from today.
What I was saying was, if I apply for top colleges in DU and like some other private colleges like Bangalore, Chennai and all, but DU's admission process is very long and like it's late. After I have to do SUET, then and usme hua, then only I'll get into DU. So it's a very long process. Until then, the admissions in these private universities might have been already done.
Many
what
students, what do? They join somewhere, they will have to take a TC, go there. This is
So
normally practiced in everywhere.
what do I do about
It is
that?
done. Don't think about what I will do if I get admission in 3 places.
No,
That
but
you can think later, I'm saying.
no, what I'm saying is, admission if I get in these private universities, it will be before I get in DU. So
I'm
after,
saying you write every entrance exam, get admission letter from them, then only think about the problem which you will have to face.
but then DU is late, the admission there.
Does it matter? I'm saying that time from Loyola, some other Loyola, Chennai you got, or maybe Christ you got, you take a TC and go there.
Okay, I get admission there and then take a TC and go there.
That is what is done.
Isn't that?
Everybody does it. Now engineering college, I see no guarantee I will get in ISER. One of my students got in ISER. Before that, she got Gauri. She got it in Bhubaneswar. Before that, she got in some other. 3 times took TC and went from here to there, here to there. That has to be done. Your father will have to run the whole India. You should show a part of India like this. Get admission everywhere, then you decide. Until you pay money, give the whole guarantee, you don't have to worry about it. It's normally happening.
Don't you have to pay money for getting admission?
Any place, if you take a TC before the class starts, session starts, little bit of cut, the rest they will pay back. That's a contract. And if nobody is going to ask you full money in the beginning. Okay. Because some good colleges, they will finish admission even before the result comes also.
That is happening in private.
Yeah. And some places what happens, in abroad and all, they don't even wait for your examination. They will give you admission card, everything will be done. Because who will apply in such places? Only when you have guarantee that you will pass, right? From your first year credential, they know you are a graduate student. They will give you admission. They are not going to look at your degree card and all that. Both my sons joined for PhD before passing MS. Fellowship started coming, started doing job. Result convocation comes later. Don't worry about the administrative part and all that. You do your job.
No, one of my friend was like, I will not go for DU because the admission will be late and I will have no,
See,
guarantee that I'll get it.
Until last year it was like that. No guarantee next year it is going to be like that. No. Do you also can decide, yes, we are missing the best
No,
students?
until last year, the admission was based on the 12th percentage. But now we have a common entrance exam.
See,
So that is also.
IIT admissions are always the last. All engineering colleges admissions is early. I'm saying no, before that itself they will take admission. That is, see, my niece, other day, Mysore, 10th class exam is going on. Already plus 2 admission is taken.
That happens.
Correct. Does it happen in every college? No. Government colleges, only after your marks card comes, result comes, they will admit you. So don't worry about these things. You are only writing eligibility test for all entrance exams which you can write from Hyderabad online. Write it. You have some little taste for teaching.
I think I might have aptitude for that.
Regional Institute of Education. Don't miss that.
National institution.
That's in Mysore. Beautiful campus. Regional Institute of Education. They will give you graduation plus B.Ed.
But I
5
don't
years.
think
Eh? 5 years.
5 years.
And that
But
merit, no?
Hmm.
When I go to different schools, seeing a teacher, I will ask, are you from Regional Institute of Education? That's the quality of the teachers. Definitely. Entrance. And generally, they don't even advertise in newspapers.
Regional Institute of
Education.
Education.
So now you are in 12th, right?
Hmm.
You must look for the next year admission now itself. Must have started now.
The admissions have started in many colleges.
RIE, Regional Institute of Education,
Where is it?
Mysore.
Mysore.
There are many regional institutes, but Andhra
Mysore.
is for these south states,
Mysore.
Mysore. For other states in Bhubaneswar. Like that they have 3-4 clusters. They are the national institute. Fees is very minimum. Facilities are fantastic. Campus is beautiful. Lal Bahadur Shastri's principles, moral values, everything.
Teaching is nice, but I don't see myself doing that in near future.
No, beautiful library. One of the thing is you have a good library, you become a learner. You will have a class. By the time you know, I am good. Many people don't, that's a government one. Many people don't even apply because they don't advertise in newspapers. Correct? So keep, must have called now. Generally, I don't know that. Generally, it happens in November, December time. November, December time.
I took humanities with thinking, like with the thinking.
Nothing
that
wrong.
I know. I like the subject.
See,
I don't think
if
it's
somebody asks a chicken biryani is good, masala dosha is good, depends on your taste.
your
No?
taste. But my parents have been like humanities लिए तो UPSC करो.
But that,
नहीं इनको बोला है क्योंकि इनका भी इंटेंशन था लेना
yeah, you should not miss it.
It's not that I don't want to do it, but I feel like my parents have been like IS
No,
interested.
if you decide you want to go to civil service, what you should do is from today onwards, after 12th, from that day onwards, you decide. Now, I'm going to read a newspaper. That book you follow clearly. It will clearly tell you 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. All subject syllabus you start reading parallel. Keep that in your brain for the next 3 years while doing graduation also. So that you are fresh 10th class. Then if you write civil service prelims, you will pass.
Means is also.
That itself is a big job, I am saying.
Okay.
So if you pass immediately after the graduation in that level, you can reach into, assume that you are 1 year, 2 year delay, your batchmate will become senior. You will retire before you become chief secretary, before you become cabinet secretary. You will get a secretary's job. So earliest is the best. So if you are very determined to study with this aptitude, you can. I am the guarantee. But with this guarantee also, my children have gone to a LSC, has had a second thought. LSC, they did not read this, passed LSC, then what to do now? Join for masters or coaching center? I don't run a coaching center. I only give directions to people. So suggested these are the coaching centers where to join. I said go to Rao in Bangalore. So studying Rao in Bangalore. So she did LSc psychology, philosophy students. So there are a lot of such students. But very sincerely you do. I have one politician son. His interest was film making. So anytime you can make film. Civil service only now you can do. Very keenly he had another student, one Reddy in one of the colleges when I gave. He said, I will only come to you when I become IPS. He became an IPS and then met me after that. Normal village fellow. So decide you are going to study. Like whatever geography you studied also will have to be, many students will find a problem in geography.
I don't have the subject
No,
in
no.
12th.
Up to
I
10th
want to
you
learn.
had no.
Yeah.
That itself you will have to refresh again, learn continuously. Otherwise after 3 years again you start learning, it will become another LKG job. You must have forgotten all that. Now at least some memory will be there, right? So keep all the books, start preparing after 12th. Graduation, one of the advantage of humanities is, why people say humanities have got a better advantage, because not too much to study. So your exam becomes simple, civil service also you can write parallel. And therefore many people thought civil service is for the humanities. But if you take percentage, these days 60% is for MBBS, BTech students.
They're getting into UPS.
That is because lot of logical reasoning, analytical skill, scoring becomes faster. So it's a competitive exam, everybody has equal chance, that's what I'm saying. But you decide I am going to study well. No second thought.
No shortcut.
But I keep having second thoughts.
Because you
Because
don't have,
there are
don't
also
have too
other
many
things I have interest in.
nothing wrong.
So if I think that I want to pursue this, then
What?
pursue UPSC,
Huh.
then what about my other?
What is the other interest?
I like journalism.
See, I'll tell you, that's what I say. My son can become a journalist. Many places he gives article writing, magazine he's running himself. I discourage because you don't get money. If you look at journalism, how many people will be ready to become a journalist if you look at it?
Very less.
No, so many people are aspirants. If you study journalism, no guarantee you become a journalist. Shashi Kumar from Kerala is running a journalism program in master's program in Chennai. His students, they go to, I started my job in Times of India. Okay. You have a desk job. Your job will be correcting, proofreading. 3 years, 4 years you do it, then you get a small job as a assistant editor. You can change the heading, wordings. You work like that in the paper. You want to be a journalist in the freelance and the outside, all these are not required. You must have that talent.
I was thinking like the other kind. Not the desk job thing.
See, if you want to work in a company where they will pay you money, you should do what they are asking you to do. Na? You have no option.
Employer nahi banna.
Hey, you cannot tell that, no, I will collect news and give you. No, they will tell you, no, first do this.
Actually, क्या है जो चीज सब कहीं focus करना पड़ेगा.
No,
You can't
it is
do
a good
everything,
job.
that is.
Journalism is, that is why many people start their own journalism.
Mm.
Why my son is running a magazine? Because he cannot get into a magazine's place and paid equally well.
That.
Correct? And when you do that, they will ask you to do all that donkey's job in the beginning. Assume that I am an architect. I am an architect, I can plan the house. If I run a company of planning a house, do you think another architect can join me? I will not take your idea.
You will do your own.
I will do my idea. I will give you only drafting job and blotting job. This is the problem with all the creative jobs. You understood? So I keep saying you can go to architecture only if you can start your own company. You are an assistant, you are a draftsman, not an architect. You understood? The other day one film director was here. We were in discussion in between, he got a message, he became so furious. One of the movie which was translated without his permission, it was given. His movie. But producer decides to whom to give it. No? He says he will spoil it. What can be done here? He's a local Telugu movie maker. I get such people. We had a long day discussion. Full morning till evening we were here. He was here. So he was telling his problems. So every job this problem will be there. IAS is also not very good. If the minister doesn't like you, they will push you out. But only thing, even when they push you from this job to another job,
Transfer it.
even transfer, you don't have to lift item, you will get the coolie wala, government, paid money. So you have a 5-star life now. My brother was chief of forest in Kerala, IFS. You must have got many transfers.
But
But he was very strict. Every time you get a wang car when you become senior secretary, it takes 20 years to get that car. If you are not very good, you will always do a desk job. You can see 25-30 years IAS also with a small desk and bench in Delhi.
So you should go to a job where you can be the best.
If you are very good in state cadre, don't think all Indian foreign service will go abroad as an ambassador. The first job will be in Delhi in the IFS, Ministry of External Affairs, specialist in Pakistan. Read all the Pakistan news and make a note and give it to me.
IFS have interest in that.
Indian Forest Service job is,
Not
or foreign
forest
service
service,
job
foreign
is that.
service.
Foreign service job is that. Because Prime Minister, yeah,
No, that is not the
I'm
only
saying
reason.
you keep doing it and your briefing, writing note is fantastic, then I'll tell you, yeah, this person is good. He has become an expert in Pakistan, let him put in as commissioner in Pakistan. They will select from the 100, 1 or 2 to different. We don't have that. 193 countries, but we have more than 1000 IFS. Will you think everybody will be put to there? Only one can be posted. The rest will be in Delhi doing a desk job for morning till evening. So it takes long time. See,
Sorry.
you imagine an IFS who is sitting in a passport office, his job is only signing somebody, looking. It's a desk job. That's what I'm saying. Desk job means that one. So every passport office in India, 500 IFS will be sitting. Thinking that IFS is a great, I can go abroad. I was in Fiji. So the IFS job was to arrange like a chai for us. All that has to be done. When we go as a government person to a small island like Fiji, commissioner has only 3-4 people around him to work. Arranging transport, picking up us, all that is, he and 3 employees will be there. What is to be done? He has to engage in everything, right? But status life. Correct? So, don't think that no, job becomes simple. Prepare. What will happen after that is later. Prepare. At this age only you can do it. After 28, 29, if you think I want to become an IAS finished, no, you don't get a chance. But you can always become a journalist even at the age of 50.
Sure.
So your first focus should be not what you can become later.
But UPSC, like only 30 or 28 people get into IFS every.
You may be.
Out
That is
of
so such a.
that book will give you statistics. Out of 15 lakhs, 20,000 people will pass. Out of 20,000, 3,000 will pass the main.
Means
Out of 3,000, 1,200 will pass interview. In that interview, based on the merit, based on your option, IAS, some people IFS, some people IPS, all that together is 1,200. So average 100 each. And there are very, very last options like postal, revenue, accounts, audit account, all that is there. So you don't have to see how many vacancies will come where people get and all that. That's again secondary. Madhu chai vada? So decide You are going to do thorough with your plus 1, plus 2.
മാഡമിനോട് ഭയങ്കര
ഇരിങ്ങാലക്കുട. So thoroughly prepare your syllabus, number 1. Second one, decide that you will apply all eligible places wherever humanities, because vacancies are less, chance of getting into the best institute is also very, very less. Not that simple and easy. Okay, then some of the best private institute like Symbiosis, Christ, Loyola, apply there and then keep it. I am not suggesting you to go to bachelor in Canada. I've got many nieces, nephews gone to Canada also for that. But
No,
they
I'm
are
not going for bachelor's abroad.
so after this bachelor's, think if there is an option either for masters, go abroad and then get established, get into best university as a professor. Ultimately, everybody reaches into academics after some humanities.
Some
That's the
point.
best option, right?
But not initially, I don't.
Initially, yeah, you can. There are a lot of jobs available. If you're a good English content writer, Google will pay you much better than journalism. Understood? They are also doing a much better job. So don't look at only journalism job. That may be a last option. Yeah, that book you can take. The life, rhythm of life, edukam adu. And copies. That copies I have. Or rhythm of life, edutho. Always drink water. 20 seconds rule. Okay. So there has to be a drastic change. What time you wake up in the morning?
My
How
sleep
many
schedule
times
is
mother
very
has to
bad.
call you?
My mother doesn't call me. I wake up before her.
ബാക്കി ഡിസിപ്ലിൻ
No, my sleep schedule is very bad.
And
I
what you do is,
sleep late. I wake up early.
what you do is, you know what is going to be the revision going to happen in the class, you know. They will give you a schedule, right? You know this teacher is going to do this. Read thoroughly and go and sit in the class. What the teacher is going to speak in the class, you must finish reading and making a note and sitting in the class. You will see you don't even have to read it after that for writing exams. Because you already prepared and your note is with you. See, for example, I am trying to tell you the way to go to your house. How will you listen to me? Let him tell, let me catch where he is going wrong. Like that only you will sit, right? Similarly, you prepare and go to your class by sitting. Oh, tell me that I will
I
tell.
did that last year. My teachers used to be annoyed with me
No,
because
don't ask, don't disturb them. Silently be there. Understood? It's for your purpose, not for questioning them or don't do that.
No, like I used to ask a lot of questions in class.
Don't disturb them, because most of them did not even know. And we know what happens. So don't. For you it is a satisfaction. I know everything I studied. Then somebody is telling you. I understand. If I know the language, if somebody is describing a program on the TV which is of my native, I'm sure I will look at it because I know this place, like that only, right? So when teacher teaches you, oh, I know this, that is how you should sit.
I think I have that habit of always interrupting people,
Don't.
saying, I don't know, it's
Because
a habit.
most of the teachers we know they don't. They don't know.
I try to restrict
See,
it myself.
for them also they must have studied the previous day, then came to the class. That's it. Good teachers may like. I love children to ask a lot of questions. I don't even teach. I will only ask a student to ask extra questions from what you have learned. I ask children to prepare like this. Ask questions. That's all. No, you are good. You are studious. I am not pattering just like that. From the question which you are asking, all the time I do this. I am a psychologist also.
Observing.
I put some wrong thing and then look at you, how are you analyzing. So if you are not analyzing, you are not asking question, that means you are at too low average. You are not.
ഒരു പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ എൻ്റെ പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ ഏത് കിട്ടിയെന്നാലും അത് വായിച്ച് തീരാതെ അത് വെക്കാറില്ല.
I'll take you to my library. You will see plenty of books.
There's no many libraries here also. My school library is very,
No, I have a huge
not very good.
I have a huge library. Not mine. Many of my students.
പുസ്തകത്തിൻ്റെ ഇവിടെ മേളകൾ നടക്കില്ലേ?
ആ.
Like during
I used to go and buy books.
ഇത് മറ്റേ ഇതില്ലേ
Not me, my neighbor. So he also came. When I went to Madurai recently, one old philosophy professor has given me Sanskrit dictionary, old Ramayana, and all that. He says, I don't know what to keep. I know him through webinar. So recently I went to Madurai for a talk, 3 days workshop. So I met him. So he was telling, he has a PhD in Sanskrit. So he said, I don't have anybody to give these books. Please take it. He kept a heap. I said, no, I can only take a sample from you. Give me one. Later forced me to take 2. He said, I will make a list and send it to you by parcel. That habit is gone. So I am planning to open that place for reading. We had such big discussions. People can come and stay there. Earlier, many students used to come. Because I am staying here, I am not opening every day. No? Thank you.
മൽക്കാജിരി
You type on Google Map, you type DrTPS, you will see my house. Google Map, you will see 3 houses. They are my den. See, Godavari Towers. One is Naduvil, another one is Iringalakuda, my wife's house. This is my wife's house.
in Kerala.
Yeah, there also I used to have programs. On the top of the roof, I have got a lot of programs. All students like you. Not Iringalakuda, wife and everything. The upstairs terrace, I used to have programs. So lot of children, 37 were there. By evening, Iringalakuda. So by evening they will sleep on my lap. 9th, 10th class children would be always with me like. And we had very scary programs also.
Scary, is it?
Night 12 o'clock I will say, let us go for a walk. Okay?
Challenging things.
But don't talk to anybody. Don't hold anybody's hand. No light will be there. This is a briefing for them. So I will do such innovative things.
That's
Don't talk,
interesting.
don't run, don't catch somebody's hand. Walk. I'll take them for a long walk. Here also I did. Bongir Fort. Now it is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, meet me there. That's the challenge. Climb. Normal way, if they go, they may not reach. So I give such lot of camps I used to do.
I would want to attend one of your camps.
Earlier I
Because-
used to be regular. Now,
If you ever have one, I would like to attend.
Namaskaram. You can see all my camps on my YouTube, Nanam, JNAANAM.
Yeah.
DrTPS camps. You will see a lot of camps. So be serious. Okay. Don't think that this is my aim. There is no the aim. Accept it.
Short-term goals. Getting into corporates.
Yeah. Then, after bachelor, if you get a good company, good college, you are not too much of. I was also aspirant of IAS, but then mathematics and IAS could not go together.
I'm not into mathematics.
So what happened was my professor scolded me saying that no, you cannot bunk class, go to library, read. All that is not possible. I skipped my. That time my brother got IFS, Indian Forest Service. I was also aspirant. So I prepared. That is why I am good in most of the subjects and I thought I can do this. I have done those days what I studied is still it. So your knowledge will be there. So this is the time maximum knowledge has to be collected. Decide that I am going to thoroughly invest my time in there.
Like for bachelor's also, I was not sure about the degree because in DU, like in the LSR and all, for economics you need maths, like in their common entrance also.
But don't look at where it is not eligible now. Forget about that. There are many other options where
No,
you
I
do
can
it.
study, I have to study maths and then,
What you can do is now,
but I'm not that interested I think because economics,
then forget about it now. Why are
but
you
then
discussing?
economics teachers are like you'll get more, there are more job
See,
opportunities.
I'll tell you, most of your teachers have not seen world around. they must have heard some Buffalo's career guidance programs. Understood? Many people take this career guidance teaching job because they did not get any other job. So just ignore.
Excel level.
Don't even go for any psycho test for career guidance. All these are bogus. There are children, when I used to go abroad, based on the number of seats for plus 1, plus 2, 10th class, they will do career guidance and then put them into, you are not good in maths, commerce, humanities, because they have seats vacant, where to fill. So they cheat. One day when somebody said, I want to become a doctor, these people say my caliber to become a doctor is not there. I said, come, you want to be a doctor, I will make you a doctor. I told the parents, pack her off, I will receive in Cochin. Took her, put it into Alapi, there is a MBBS coaching where one of my friends is there. Put her there, she is a doctor. Where is that test and all has gone now? So, don't have faith in such things. There is one boy who wanted to become an engineer like this. Very poor, no money at home. I told him, I recommend so many people and then they pay also. Abroad and all they pay huge amount, whatever they ask. So some money is kept reserved for my students where I want some. Take this boy, this is an IIT. Don't charge him, full free, 2 lakhs, including food free. Give an admission for plus 1, plus 2 coaching. He is from Platra. His wife is from Chartala. So he is running a coaching center for IIT, MBBS and all. So I do this for children. So don't worry about all this, the roadside shops. Okay, you don't stand on a road and say, what should I study, what should I study, what should I study, right?
The conclusions.
And don't even listen to your friends. DU is good, that college is good. Because they must have heard from somewhere and somebody said. Apply everywhere. Wherever you have toughest exam, no guarantee you will get, My son who is in Dublin, he applied for masters in JNU, he did not get. Does it mean he is bad? No. No guarantee you will get actually. He wrote from Pickett school. I remember, KV. Masters in economics also he wrote, development school. He did not get anywhere. You will write in 100 places, 10 places only you may get. But you have to write all the 100. So that you will feel tomorrow I did not miss a chance. So what you want to study maths and then get maths also, no problem. That can also be done. If you are ready to study maths, there is an open school scheme in which you can register today. In another 2 weeks you can finish study, you get a certificate. But that is not the aim. Yeah, you are not interested, don't do it. Now within the interest you have lot of scope. Explore all that. Don't think, teacher is telling maths is not the forget about it. Your interest is not economics. It is true. If you know economics, little maths, econometrics is one of the subjects which require a lot of mathematics. Without that, your statistics and mathematics is not there. Even MBA tomorrow also is not a suitable thing for.
Like,
research
you need
methodology.
maths for economics.
Maths and statistics. Not maths fully, but statistics is must.
Statistics I learned in class.
No, that is statistics and this is little higher.
It's not that I don't have interest, but I have more interest in political science, I think.
So study political science also, you must go to the best institute. After graduation in India, there are few colleges that are really good. Go to such places.
I should try for UPSC after graduation, right?
Yeah, but for that, don't think after graduation.
During the
After
process.
+1, +2 admissions, next day you start preparing for civil service. UPSC.
Then what about masters? Should I go for it or should
That
I
is
not?
after that. No.
Later on.
Don't think about that.
He is thinking about now.
Masters, before that you must get into civil service. Then only the merit. Graduation is your qualification. Why do you want to do masters?
You can do it later.
You can do 2 masters or 3 masters also parallel. Who says no? And after graduation, when you do, I'll tell you there are so many other things to be done parallel. Not only this. There are a lot of edX, Coursera, Udemy, so many open university abroad where you can study so many packaged programs, certificate free of cost. So by the time you become a graduate, not become a small graduate, you will become a graduate with another 10 university certificates in your hand. That's how your qualification should become higher. Don't worry, I am there now. Guaranteed, I am not going to die, that's all. Don't see this old man. So this is Kerala style. My father is a farmer, so
You look young only, sir.
I always like to be like that. Looks in the cool, no? Your
Cool.
ear will be covered actually. When you tie here, you are feeling cold, close your eyes like this.
Eyes, you said.
No, ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
have
thought that
done
was a trick question.
It's all trick only. This has become my normal workshop program. I will do like this and say close your ears.
I was being
Or
careful.
close your
you
eyes.
said
Yeah, you are careful. So you close your ears now.
Okay.
Temperature will be different. Yeah, this is the method. So when we go to Kailash, Himalaya and all, the tie like this. So you will not even know the temperature. That's why farmers will tie like this. Sun also I can stay, winter also I am okay. The antenna. That is why people will do like this. Most tender place. Punishments are
There.
good enough. Filled.
Yes, sir.
You can touch it, sir.
No sir, DrTPS.
Doctor. Thomas.
Otherwise, what is your father's age?
He's 50.
50. I am elder than him. No? What is that message was Vellacha. So I am your Vellacha. Good enough?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, village.
Sir is a common title. You call everybody, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful poetry book. 100 poems in my book. Rhythm of Life.
Your poems?
I am a very creative English poet. You have seen 3 Idiots movie, no?
Yes.
First poetry in my book is that movie's.
Based on that movie.
That movie's base came from my poetry.
Yeah.
Amir Khan's professor was my friend.
Wow.
Amir Khan learned film acting from my friend, Diwakar Mena, who is in the jury of films. So I gifted my book. So that book he read in the classroom. So that was the myth for him to start that. So read, make notes. While reading, take notes. After that, make notes. That notes only you should study for exams. Okay? And expand on that and keep writing. Take some old question paper 5 years. As if in exam hall, write exams at home. As if in exam hall. That means 2 hours without moving, you are writing answers. Who is your best friend who will be sitting with you to study if required?
I don't
You have to find someone.
study alone.
Or tell somebody, you want to study economics, come to me tomorrow and sit with her. You write exam, she also writes another exam. Exchange the answer sheet. Ask them to read. So you know how she is going to write an exam.
Can
You will learn the trick.
take the good things from there.
They will also learn your trick. Evaluate. Suppose you do that, when you go to exam hall, you see that, oh, this question, I wrote it along with this friend. I know this. You will write. That is the thing which I have written in that 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. From today, when is your exam, final exam?
The date sheet hasn't come.
Guess some.
March first week.
Create a timetable November 16 to March. Which are the subject? How many times I am going to write exam? Timetable preparation. With whom? You ask your friend. This is my timetable. Are you ready to come with me? This day you are not free. Any holiday, evening, sometime you come. You go to their house, sit with them. Only this. Question paper, answer, evaluation. Otherwise, exchange question paper in the class. Tomorrow you write and bring it. I will write and bring it tomorrow. Let us exchange. You can refer any book and write also. No problem. 3 times when you do that, finished. You understood how to get 100%?
I feel like I wasted a lot of time. I have my pre-boards from 22.
Forget about all that has gone. Beta. Pre-board also doesn't matter. Pre-board is to make you to see that where you went wrong and all that. Forget about what has happened. No? Understood? 3 months he was telling, I will come.
He also told us, but then he went to Mumbai too. Like,
I'm saying, whatever happened, whatever time lost, don't think about that. From today, do that today. Talk to some friends today night or tomorrow. It's like I have got something great to do now. Take it. You will see great change. You will see every day is 200% busy. Lot of things to do in my life. I'm so busy. You don't feel sleepy. When you feel sleepy, you evaluate your friend's answer sheet. Take a red ink pen, correct every sentence by sentence, add new points. If she gives blue or black, you should give it with a red. Ask her also to become thorough like that. Very tough with you. Don't you think you will enjoy? Understood? 30 points to students, these are some of the points. Rest you read, you will know many more good points. She's happy? Yes or no?
yes. And yes, well, it's
So you must be happy and make more happier all around you. Father must be happy, mother must be happy, sister must be happy. My younger son was also lazy in the beginning. Later he picked it up just like that.
I always feel like I don't have time.
No. I'll tell you, when you write down, I keep saying March, say 16th. So you have November, December, January, February, March half. Say 4 months multiplied by 30. 120 days. 120 days multiplied by 12 hours. Not demanding more than that. Got it? So much, 1440 hours. Divide that into 6 papers. That's all, no? 6 subjects only.
Yeah. No, 5 subjects.
5 subjects. Finished, no? You got more than 70 hours per paper. What else is required? 10 exams, 7 hours. You don't require 7 hours, 2 hours only exam, na? So 5 papers, 2 hours. You can finish 10 hours, one time. 5 times 50 hours you can finish writing. 5 times you are writing exams. Correct? 50 hours is 5 days job. Because 10 hours you are studying per day. Decide 10 hours. 12 hours minimum. 24 hours, 6 hours deep sleep. Rest 16 hours.
അതിന്റെ ടൈമിംഗ് ഏതാണ്?
It's all up to you. Don't demand. The way you want, you can decide. But
My
you should have a
sleep
quality time.
Sleep schedule is very bad. Sometimes I sleep too much. Sometimes I don't get sleep only.
No, but that depends. Now it will change. The more concentration, more things to do, more things to learn. If you feel really sleepy, you go to bed and sleep. Right?
You sleep at least 6 hours.
How many times you will sleep on your mother's lap?
As in?
These days, how many times you will sleep on your mother's lap? When is that you slept on your mother's lap?
It's been a while.
Huh?
It's been a while.
Sleep on your mother's lap. Ask her to keep her hand on your head and then say, you will become a good girl. Keep on doing it with father and mother, more often by mother. I have become like this only because my mother kept a hand on my head and keep on saying. I was not a good student, I told, no. But even then my mother told, tomorrow you will become a good boy. Even when I do mistake, she will not scold me. She will tell, tomorrow you will become a good boy. What does it mean? Indirectly it means today you are not good. Tomorrow you will become good means what?
You are not good today.
But she never told I am not good today. Totally illiterate, not educated at all. She was very wise. That is wisdom. Okay? So that's why I keep saying, don't forget what did not happen. You didn't have time, you didn't study. All that pain I can see you. I am sure if I allow, you will cry. Correct or not?
True.
Eh? Yeah. But forget about all that, what has happened.
I have time.
You have plenty of time. But if you keep thinking about I did not do that, I did not do, again you will waste every day.
I've been doing that.
Yeah. No, that is not there. No past, only future. You keep writing, I am useless.
I do that. I am stupid. I'm reusing
No,
what
you
I'm
write,
doing.
I'll tell you. I am useless until you met me. Now, I am useless. Past tense.
Past tense.
So, what does that mean?
I'm not anymore.
I
used to.
am useless.
My potential is useless.
So you are going to use yourself much better from now. So useless is used as useless. What a great difference is that, right? You will not get it on Google.
Hello.
DrTPS
You thought it
patent.
yourself.
These are all DrTPS patent. You know how much value is getting added to me in my life? If a small difference in you is a great impact on me. Yesterday also I had one student like this. I went for a conference. One professor from Mississippi was there. His daughter was in Vishakhapatnam. Taken care of by grandmother. Therefore so much of pampering. So after BTech 5 years nothing is done. I was spending more time with her than in the conference. Mississippi, one Professor Rao was there. He was so upset, feeling so bad, nothing is being done. He is in abroad making a lot of money, but daughter is not. It keeps happening. See, it's after 28 years now. Now you are 10 years faster now. So life is not lost, right? Understood? And you have that knowledge, you have that passion, you have that critical thinking. Not many will say when I say close your ears and eyes and do like this, you got it right. These are all management workshop I keep doing people. Presence of mind. I have a lot of presence of mind. So immediately I can twist like this. Life is also too busy. So I am free. I have got a lot of time. As soon as comes, it will be telephone. Tomorrow she has to chair a session. Evening she is flying to Sriharikota because satellite launching is there. So she asked me whether I will come. I said I will not come. Otherwise we will go for lunch. So day for yesterday she was in Bangalore. Yesterday we were in, I also went, conference. We were together in conference. She is also PhD in mathematics. Mathematics. So decide. Firm decision. No second thought. No old thoughts. Paper, pen or pencil, book. Without that writing, if one page is read and you have not written anything, take a break. Come back and sit again, read that, write it, then only move further. Decide that every page you are going to make a small note.
Okay.
Otherwise, you are not reading. That's what it means. Okay. Keep writing so that in exam hall also you will not be lazy in writing. Many students fail because they don't want to write. They have to get out of the exam hall. The feeling in exam hall is, how do I get out of this? But my feeling is always, exam hall is the best place to write. Sit, relax, write. So I write sometimes 300 pages, papers. My LLB, MBA exam and all, they'll give 10 questions, ask only 5. I will write all the time. You decide which is good. I have got sufficient time. So speed will improve, writing ability will improve, handwriting also will become good. Underline, putting margin, all that is explained in that 30 points. How to put a margin, how to make that, how to fill it, what should be written, don't cut that if you think it is wrong. Many things are written there. You can read that once, practice whichever is good. It has been followed by lakhs of students. All the schools in Delhi, I used to go and give lectures, how to write exams. Anandapur, I had 6,000 children for 10th class exam. 6,000 children, 6 hours non-stop class. That too, half of them don't even understand my English. So in between I will go and, last sentence what I said, you translate, give the mic. That's how they translate into Telugu. So that everybody has to be vigilant, last word what I spoke, what sentence, so that they can translate. So I make sure 6,000 children are always looking at me and then listening to me. Good. Akkitam gave me the best speakers award of Kerala. Poet. Gopi gave me. Bharat Gopi. I did not go. My wife took that award in Irinalakuda. So mark this day.
60 now.
You cannot forget DrTPS now.
I can't.
We may meet or we may not meet. That's a different matter. Need not meet also. I keep telling most of the students will come once and then go. I said, you know everything now, what is to be done. Don't meet me. Okay. My guru has taught me. I have got a spiritual guru. He's taught me. Always your prayer should be, let me of no use to you at all.
No use?
Let me of no use to you. Because you have learned whatever I taught. You have your path. That you decide what you want to do. So I don't expect tomorrow you come. Like doctors will tell, no? After 3 days you try. If it doesn't work, come to me. Suppose your disease is gone, why you should come to me?
But to keep in touch, any others, facing them.
But I am with you all the time, whenever you want.
ഇന്നത്തെ ദിവസത്തിനെ കുറിച്ചിട്ട് എഴുതാൻ
Right, you should write. Malkajgiri I came. That's where I stayed. My office was in GD Metla. Then this place and all, I only started. This building construction, the whole office, I was part of this that time.
94
I came in 89, 5 years before you landed here. I used to come to RSI. RSI, your competitions and all, I was a judge. Many competition used to happen for children and all, family. I remember once I went there, they gave me a gift. Some Jawan came and gave. I took it. I couldn't hold because it was full of bottles. And I am not habit of drinking. I said, I cannot hold it. You hold, somebody hold it. It's too heavy. I know the place. Even Rashtrapati Bhavan, I took Rashtrapati, even DrTPS, if you look at it, I've taken my group of students, we had a trip to Rashtrapati Bhavan. I am not compromising with the small things in my life. Okay, I am not